Gentlemen, welcome and congratulations. You've just bought Victa.
It's true.
And it sounds like it wasn't the easiest thing that's ever happened in the world.
It wasn't that it was hard, it's just been a lot of work for a lot of months. And I have to say that the team here at RGS has done a really great job. I'm really proud of the team here. Everyone's chipped in to get this over the line and really happy to say welcome home, Victa, back to Australia.
Absolutely.
I think that's
Exciting.
I put a screenshot of the announcement with just very simple text, and I put it on Facebook. It is almost at 100,000 views.
Oh, that's really good.
People are really, and I just got a comment from someone saying, congratulations, everything PLP does is fantastic. They're excited about it. Obviously, you get some people who are just like, oh, it's just a change of brand or whatever, it means nothing. Why did you do this? Because if it's just a change of brand, it means nothing. You wouldn't have, what's the point, yeah?
I think one thing that we have, to be honest, one thing we've really struggled with for many years is it's hard to grow a brand. And we've been growing brands from scratch. We've got really great reputation in the parts industry with GA Spares, but our Hollywood's business is, has been a lot of stop and start with some really great brands we've had over the years that we've grown into very strong Australian brands. And then they move on from our business for whatever reason. There's been a takeover of the parent company or whatever that might be. So to get a very strong Australian iconic brand, like, for goodness sake, as Australians, we invented the rotary mower as it currently stands today. So a great opportunity to bring that back in-house, a great opportunity for us to have a very strong brand to take to market and grow.
What are your thoughts?
I'm really proud of the team. I think it's exciting. It's almost a pinch yourself moment. Every morning you wake up and you go, wow, and it looks like every day we get closer to it being reality. It's, we've still got a week and a half till the actual settlement. So no, I think it's really exciting. I also feel that it brings a level for us now where we can really complete the market space. I think we've got Bush Rangers very, very close to a complete range, but Victa just fills that gap for us now in that space, and it gives us an opportunity to really grow into the consumer space, and I'm really excited for that.
I think people, again, there's something about Victa as a brand. I was actually chatting to somebody, someone quite influential in the industry. I was out for dinner, and we were just talking about brands. And they said everybody loves Victa. They haven't really done anything, and the marketing's bad. And this is just a private conversation. And anyways, yeah, this is a month later, we're having this conversation. But even though people might feel that the history is strong, something is happening that they needed to sell, or they put themselves up on the market. So you feel like you can make a difference with how things are going. That's what I read into it. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, of course. So I think that, RGS is still a growing business, and, we can't attest to why Briggs decided to sell Victa. They'll have their reasons, and we're not aware of those. That's their reasons. Briggs is a big international company, and they are an engine manufacturer, and that's really where their core business lies. So look, for us, at the end of the day, the opportunity was there, and we explored that, and we've worked hard for 7-8 months now to make it happen. And look, I think it just makes sense for us. As Ben said, there's opportunities really in that space that we haven't explored, and it is an iconic Australian brand, and we see ourselves as a strong Australian family-owned business. So it's important to us. It's important to keep that brand going. It is.
And I think a lot of people feel sentimental that it's in Australian hands. Even if you don't necessarily have a mower, you've never really subscribed to the brand. Are you going to change much about it? Have you got big plans?
I think it's too early to comment either way. I would ask, and I would say to everybody, it's a big acquisition. It's a big acquisition. It is a corporate carve out. There's going to take a lot of time just to get it actually bedded in here. So it's going to take 12 months before we can really assess that on any level either way. And I just would hesitate to give anyone the impression either way there at the moment. Let us get it in. Let's get our feet under the table and let's just do the good job that we do. That I am confident we will do. So we'll do a good job with it as it is. And let's get the service back up, the parts availability, the actual stock availability fixed first. And then we'll take what we're doing with the product from there. What I can say is the acquisition is coming with engineers and an engineering team. So this will be the first time RGS has a dedicated engineering team where we can actually engineer and design our own product. We've always had good sourcing people. We've always had very good knowledge in that space, but we've never had a dedicated engineering team. So we will be able to create our own product. And that's exciting for me.
And I've heard, I was at the event last year, you talked about making product in Australia. We did a tour last year, you talked about making product in Australia. So you're saying 12 months, maybe something will happen.
What I'm saying, in 12 months, we will have a strategy and a clear strategy of what we're going to do, whether it be additions, to the product range, whether it be an increase or a decrease in any of our product or product ranges. At the moment, it's going to be status quo, but we will fix it.
Anything else worth saying?
I think to add to that, I understand your question quite well, and you're probing there for an answer on what we're going to do in the future.
Well, people are going to go.
Fair to say that we wouldn't buy a brand like Victa and then just let it sit there and do nothing with it. Of course, we'll do something with it. It's just, as Ben said, it's a bit early to say what that looks like, but we're good at growing brands. And Bushranger, not that long ago, within the last 10 years, was a nothing brand. It's a good significant brand in the space now. I know there's a lot of people that don't subscribe to it, and a lot of people don't understand our strategy as to why we take product from manufacturers and brand it Bushranger. That's just about marketing, leverage. It makes sense for us to market one brand rather than 10, but it would be nonsensical for us to buy a brand like Victa and then not do anything with it. So we will be doing something with that.
Well, it's 10 minutes to 6 at
And
night.
my wife's probably wondering where I am. Sure, Ben's is too.
And
She's getting used to it.
this is the time that we had, and I'm glad that you sat down. We're going to get this out as quick as possible, so people, because they got questions, and hopefully, look, I wish, for the sake of Australia, we would love to see that brand succeed, and I wish you all the best.
So from my perspective there, the way to make the brand succeed, and if the real drive is to have a machine made in Australia, which we hear that loud and clear, I would say back to that, support us. Support that brand, back it in, give us an opportunity to fix it. We understand there's some problems, but back it in. Don't walk away from it. It is the last one left that is Australian owned, and if anyone's going to be able to do it, we will be able to do it, but we can't do it without the support.
Yeah, and the same goes really for Bushranger as well. Is in terms of our commercial range of product that currently stands in Bushranger, and what we said at that show last year, I've made it very clear to the dealer network. If you support us and you back us in, and that really needs the consumer to back us in, and those contractors to back us in. We are, and I was just saying to you before this, what sometimes the thing that frustrates me is we're an Australian business, and I think although most of our product isn't made here, some is, but most of it isn't made here, surely the second best thing is to support an Australian-owned business. And I think the message from us is back us in, and there's a chance that we can actually have the capital to invest in the tooling we need to make something here.
Because it's not cheap.
Yeah,
Correct.
not cheap.
Well, guys, let's go. Thank you so much for coming on. And everybody else, we'll see you in the next podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.